Hello, everyone. Here we are again with some Bridgerton impressions. This is Lizzie. I'm here with Raquel, and we are going to talk Eloise. As always, what we are doing is I'm giving you the impressions of someone who has watched the season and read the books, and Raquel is giving you the impressions of someone who has watched the season and not read the books. There's not really, you've watched plenty of videos so far. No more of an introduction. Raquel, go.
Okay. Well, I love Eloise. She's the fucking queen. You have to know that. She's brave. She's ironic. She's active. She's amazing. She's feminist. She doesn't want that thing that marriage, love. No. She wants to be her. She wants to be free. She wants to go to the university. She wants to do everything she can do because she is a woman, okay? At the end of the day, she only wants the same rights that a man have, okay? And that's amazing because you see how she fight against that, against all the oppression, all the everything that a woman has supposed to be in that time. And I admire her. I really admire her because it's not easy. It's not easy to be a woman and to be there and to be in the royal team, in the royal families in that time. But she always did. She's her. She's always her in the entire season. She doesn't change anything, and she does something for her own. I can say what I'm talking about right now, but she has one storyline that is only for her, and you will love that. Okay, and it's like the other face of the coin with Daphne. Daphne wants love, marriage. Daphne wants the traditional way for a woman at a time, and Eloise doesn't want that crap. Want to be her, and for her, that marriage, love, means cut her wings, and she doesn't want that. But at the same time, she's grateful for Daphne because Daphne is perfect and her mother is centered in her, so she can be free and she can be her. I can tell so much about this, but you will see Eloise with an special Sylvians have some scenes very, very special in the season one. And when the premieres happen, I want to talk about this with all of you. That's my impression about Eloise.
It's so funny because Raquel can't say anything. She's like trying really hard not to say anything, but also she only has the impression like we gotta understand it for Eloise and then later for Francesca, for the younger siblings. And Eloise doesn't feel as young, but we're a little far removed from where her story will really begin. This feels like set up for her character, but there's less, like Raquel said, she's always a really relatable character. I've always felt, and she has always been probably my favorite Bridgerton, because I think she is a character that's easier to relate to in the context of we're in 2020. She's always been that, even though she's written as a woman of 200 years ago. But despite the fact that she is written like a woman of 200 years ago and we relate to her, there's still a journey for Eloise, but it's not a journey that she really fully takes in season one. season one is sort of this is the setup of who she is, and this is the setup of why you will like her, and we like her. And then there are little things that do happen, and there are little moments of growth that have to do with other things that we can't talk about. So it's not like she will remain fully ecstatic, but she will not have the growth that Daphne will have, and that is normal. And I do agree that she is a little bit of a flip side to who Daphne is. But she is also someone who thinks about things. Her way of seeing the world, and I understand that we would probably all feel the same if we were living back in those days. But her way of seeing the world is very square. She doesn't want this, so that means the things she doesn't want will always be bad. There's no way for her to find a middle ground in her head because she's too young, she's too eager, she wants these things, and she desperately does not want what her sister wants. And she cannot conceive of a world where she could have both things, or she could find a middle ground. This doesn't make her there's no way that you feel that she's unrelatable in season one. She's just not, her journey. It's like I've said this before with some of the boys. It's not time for her to take that journey yet. She's still a very fun character, very relatable character who has to carry a couple of relationships. Like she's got to carry a big friendship with Penelope, which we do see. Which is probably the bigger female friendship in this series. We do get a little bit of a male friendship with Anthony and Simon, but you sort of know that that's complicated. Penelope and Eloise is less complicated. They are a supportive friendship. I really, really love their scenes. I always loved in the books how they develop their relationship. And as for Eloise's story, there are little hints where it could go later, but there is not a definite journey of her understanding that she could have it all. That will come at some point. We all know it will. Well, we who've read the books, Raquel doesn't, but I already told her it would work. So yes, I mean, this is a romance book. She figured, I guess. So yes, that is us talking about Eloise.